We're going.
Okay, thanks.
Hello, everyone. Hello, people of the Facebook-verse. My name is Atticus Shaffer.
I'm Patricia Heaton.
You may know us from our TV show The Middle on ABC in honor of our 200th episode, which is going to be airing tomorrow night, Tuesday, at 8 on ABC. We are going through a box of deliciousness, which is a bunch of pictures from over the years, and we have some questions on the back that we can discuss with you guys. You guys can find out a little bit about us and about our time on the show.
And here's a picture from season 4 with me and Atticus. And the question is, how has your mother-son relationship evolved over the years? And I think, you know, during this picture just reminds me of how worried Frankie always was about Brick and his whoops and his whispers and his inability to socialize properly. And there was a lot of trying to fix him. And at this point in their relationship, I think Mike and Frankie have both sort of accepted who Brick is and kind of just go with the flow at this point.
Absolutely. They nourish Brick, and they support his uniqueness, and that's kind of where he's been nowadays. And it's fun. I want to see Brick maintain that, and especially with the relationship that Frankie and Brick have. You know? All right, let me do one here. This one is from Brick's graduation in season 7. And the question on the back of it is, without giving any spoilers away, where do you want Brick to be in 10 years? Wow, okay, so know that I don't know what the last episode of the show is going to be. We're only beginning our 13th episode today, so we still have a ways to go. We still have things to learn about the characters, but I would like to see Brick, I'd like to see him, you know, graduate college. I think he was back in the pilot. There was something where Frankie was saying Brick is this unique personality. He'll probably invent some kind of wrench or something. I would love to see Brick be that, like the CEO of some company, or he invented
Silicon Valley
something.
Right?
Something big and GQ and intelligent and,
Right.
and awesome. But then I'd like to see him marry. I'd like to see Brick be a dad. That would be a very unique thing to see, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Excellent.
okay.
All right, let me take the next one.
Sure.
Okay. Oh my gosh, season 1, this photo from season 1.
Woo!
Look at you.
That was the pilot, too.
Oh my gosh. Ay, ay, ay. What first attracted you to this show, and did you predict the show would go as long as it has? I read the script for the pilot, and I thought, this is the only script I've read since I did Everybody Loves Raymond where I feel the writing comes up to the Raymond level. And I think that in the 9 years we've been doing this show, the writers have proved me right, because the show was great from the start and has just gotten better and better every season. And you said at the very beginning that you thought the show would go at least 6 or 7. Right?
I did, yeah, 7 or 8. I was asked, after season 1 wrapped, there was an interview that I did with Neil, and the question was asked, how many seasons do you think the show can go? And I believed in the show from episode 1, which you see here, and I said, you know, I think we can go 7 or 8, and we've obviously surpassed that now with 9 and 200 episodes. Holy cow, right?
Oh my gosh. This is like, looking at this is making me realize, like, oh my, we've been doing this for a very long time. Oh, wow.
I want to show this picture because this is just, I think this really captures a good side of you.
That's attractive.
This is very attractive. Put that on an album cover. This is from season 4. And it says, what have been your favorite emotional moments on the show?
There was one where we were taking, I think it was taking Sue to school, and we had made such a big deal of taking Axel off to college, and then with Sue it was kind of like, you know, an afterthought. And she was feeling kind of down. And I think I was talking to her on a walkie-talkie, and she was in the car behind us with Axel. And I just had this moment where I got to talk about Sue and tell her how wonderful she was and how much she meant to me. And I got very emotional because I understood that feeling of, like, you know, you always have made mistakes with your kids, and yet they, you know, you want them to know how much you love them and how special they are. And so I really felt that about that episode. But it also made me think of all the kids on the show, and, you know, just how I feel about them and working with everybody on the show and how special each person is. So that was a really, it's one of those things where I didn't even have to kind of come up with the emotion. As you know, I just said the writer's words and the emotion came with it, and that's the best kind of writing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Here, do you want to...
Oh, okay. This looks recent because I look a little heavier. Oh no, it's only season 2. I must have just been eating a lot that season. What is it about the Hecks that have made them so memorable? What would you say?
Ooh, something that we've been talking about quite recently is the legacy of the Hecks, which is they represent and they're kind of role models for the hardworking backbone of our country. It's the flyover states, it's the people who are working 2 jobs, trying to support their family, maintain a marriage. A bunch of stuff is going on in the house. You've got the kids needing to go to school, but they have their own issues, and they're trying to support that, and the parents are really trying to get the kids to be in a better position than they were at the same age. So having that legacy, but also having the lesson of it's okay to be unique. It's okay to march to the beat to your own drummer. It's okay, like in Brick's case, he's very intelligent. He loves to read, but he has his quirks. I think that's what is so relatable for most people. And when we show the difficulties that everybody will face in everyday life, but we approach it from a sense of humor, love for one another, and then positive optimism, I think that really is what makes people be attracted to the show.
Yeah, what he said.
This one is cool. This is season 1. Why am I blanking on her name? This is so bad.
Oh, Betty White.
Betty White. That's right. I knew it was Betty. I forgot the color.
Yeah.
But this is when I was able to work with Betty White, and this was such an honor for me. She was hands down one of the nicest guest casts I've ever been able to work with on the show. She was my librarian, and even though she played kind of a mean, grouchy character, she was the sweetest person to work with in real life. This was season 1 finale, and the question is, we've had a lot of guest stars over the years, like Betty White. Who has been your favorite to work with? Definitely, I have to say Betty White. There have been so many. I love working with even Mike's family, but I'm a big Pawn Stars guy. I love History Channel, and when we had Rick Harrison on the show and I was able to work with him, I was super starstruck. That was such a cool time for me. What about you?
I love working with Molly Shannon, who plays my sister. She's so much fun. We've had her on a few times, and she's just a huge ball of energy and a real blast. And Norm Macdonald is really funny. He's such a funny, quirky guy and always has incredible, crazy stories. So he was also a lot of fun.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, let's see. Oh, look at Charlie, so handsome. This is from season 2. What are some of your favorite Axel moments?
Ooh.
He's just been so much fun from the beginning, and the poor guy was only allowed to wear boxer shorts for like the first 3 years, and he's actually a really shy person in real life.
Absolutely.
He's quiet,
Absolutely.
shy. He's nothing like Axel. Charlie is just a really lovely, quiet guy. But I just love all the crazy moves when he's like gulping, big jugs of milk down, laying across the island counter, and all his Bosco
shenanigans,
his business endeavors, and all the terrible insults he throws at Sue are so funny.
They're priceless.
Yeah.
They're priceless. One of my favorite Axel moments, this is reaching back, and I think it was that season 2. It has to be when Axel lost Brick in the corn maze.
Oh, yeah.
Because he
I forgot
realized
about that.
how much he actually cares about his brother,
yeah.
and then they kind of have a brother moment. But
Yeah.
I really enjoy the storylines where it's me and Charlie just doing something brotherly, whether it be the Heck Brothers barbecue sauce or Brick trying to get dating advice from Axel or something like that.
And there was one where
precious.
he was giving you I don't know if it's aired yet, giving you girl advice.
I think that aired in terms of handling Cindy or something like
Yeah,
that.
so trying to win her back.
Trying to win her back. Something. That might be the
I
200th
love those,
episode.
yes.
But yeah, no, that was a beautiful episode.
Yeah.
That was incredible. All right, let's see here. What have we got? Here. Oh, this is a good one. This is from last year. Yes. So this is a dinner scene, right? Yeah, it's a dinner scene. These are very interesting to film, especially at this table, because it's a round table, and the way that the camera has to be positioned, you literally have to shoot completely 360 around the table. And it's just such an
Takes all
interesting.
day.
It takes all day, and it's a lot of work,
Yeah.
but it's very rewarding when you're able to see it all put together and
Yeah.
see it edited together, and you go, "Oh, that 14-hour day paid off. It was
Yes.
fun." So the question is, who would the Hex absolutely love to have over for dinner? Ooh.
Well, I know this is Sue's hippie activist boyfriend, played wonderfully by Will Green, and they were just I loved his character, and Sue who became a bit of an activist for a while, which our fans didn't really like, but that was really fun. In terms of, I know Mike would want to have anybody from the Colts,
I was gonna say, yeah, anyone from the Colts.
and Frankie would like the royal family to come over for dinner.
There you go.
And the only thing that's one of the sad things about us ending this season is now that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are engaged, Frankie's not. We're not going to be able to show that on the show.
I know, isn't that sad?
Frankie literally almost basically stole a plasma screen TV from a local store to watch the royal wedding of Will and Kate. So sorry, we're going to miss that.
I know. Brick would probably have the writer of Planet Nowhere come
That's
over.
right.
And then all the writers who translated it to other languages internationally would also have to come over,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. Oh, there's the man. There's the man, season 3. What are some of your favorite Brick moments through the years?
Ooh. There are quite a few. I love Brick's shenanigans. There's actually been quite a few episodes where Brick gets these little montages that are kind of like Charlie Chaplin-esque montages where he really isn't talking, but it's what he's doing that's funny. Like when he became a newspaper boy and he had to deal with that. And then also, I think it was a recent episode that just aired where he's trying to get a new girlfriend. And so he's showing that he's available to all the girls in school, and how does he do that? Those are always very fun to film. But I do have to say, one of my favorites has got to be back in season 1, an episode called The Block Party, where Brick shows his intellect and shows his character, and it's witnessed through the eyes of Mike as they build a racing lawnmower together. And then Mike actually sacrifices the lawnmower race win to get Brick to the library, knowing that that's important to him, and it kind of set the stage for the "you do for family" theme of the show.
And I also loved your the spelling bee.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, the spelling bee was
where
great.
he gets to the very end and he's just about to win it, and he
Purposely throws.
Well, was it on purpose? I don't think so. I thought it was just you whispered.
I whispered
the
an extra
last
letter. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
whispered
whispered
the
an
last
extra
letter,
letter.
which then made the word misspelled, and so you lost.
Yes,
Yeah, which
yes.
I just thought was genius when I read that script, and I wasn't expecting it. And it was fantastic.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
it was. It was for sure.
Yeah.
How are we on time? Are we still good? Sure. Okay. Sure. Okay. Let's see. We need. Why don't we do this one?
Okay.
So we've got Sue and Brad here in season 3 with what looks like a burger cake. I forget which episode this is.
Let's see.
Can you recognize that?
I don't.
Well, it's them with a burger cake and a cat shirt, so sounds like our set.
Yeah.
The question is, like Sue and Brad, the Hex relationships with their friends have always been compelling to watch. Which friendships on the show are your favorites to explore?
Well, Sue and Brad are really great, as he's just said, as Atticus has just said. Gosh, the Donahues. I don't think we've seen another, family on a show where they're so annoyingly perfect, but they don't lord it over anybody. They're also the nicest people in the world.
Absolutely.
So they do everything really well. And there was a time when we were supposed to be watching their house when they went on vacation. We actually started using their car and scraped it. And they were so nice about it. I mean,
Yes.
This is how great this family is.
Yes.
So interacting with the Donahues is really fun because they make the Hex look really bad, because not only do the Hex do everything badly, but they kind of lie about stuff and try not to get caught, especially Frankie. And the Donahues take it all in stride.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely, they do. Yeah, for sure.
All right, one more or a few more? Let's see. I think. Oh, here we go. This is what we have to do. Got to get old Sue Heck in there. What are some of your favorite Sue moments?
There you go.
I think my absolute favorite one was Wrestlerettes, when they came out and did that big dance number, and in the school, and and Brad comes out at the end, and it's just one of the best. It was that one. That's one of my favorite ones. Is the Wrestlerette stuff, and then they did one where Sue and Brad did their skit about the new girl.
Yes.
And welcoming the new girl to
Yes.
class, the anti-bullying skit that they
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
And I've not only have I watched that over and over, I've made my kids sit down and watch it just to show them what great comic acting is.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. And for me, I mean, I'm reaching back to season 1 again, but the blind desperation of Sue trying to get on cross country by winning
Oh yes,
while
if you-
she's
and
in crutches.
that
and
was the
it's raining.
finale. I think
That was
of
the
season
finale
one.
of
And then
season
she's like
1.
crawling. She's got like grass in her
grass
teeth,
in her
and
teeth,
gravel and
so, like shoeless.
yes.
That was a good one.
Oh my
That was a good
gosh,
one for
yeah.
sure. For sure.
Now I'm thinking we shouldn't end the show.
I know. Huh?
Now that we're talking about all these
I've
great
been
moments.
thinking that for a while,
Yeah.
honey. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
But anyway, you guys, thank you for joining us here to celebrate the 200th episode, to celebrate the show. We could not have done it without you guys. Without you guys, we're nothing. So thank you for your fanship. Thank you for your friendship. We love you guys. God bless, and hope you enjoy the rest of the season.
What he said.